Right, legends. I clicked that Streameroonie NT button. What is crack-a-lackin'? What's going on, Peter? You absolute freaking legend. You got the red background for the red fucking candles today.
Yeah, we got rid of the strawberry, brother.
Yeah, you're not the strawberry anymore. Now you're just an absolute legend. I was going to be rude, but you're a legend. You look very good, actually. You look very well pampered today.
Yeah, I had a shower.
Oh, shit. The strawberry. You had a shower as a strawberry and you turned out like that.
Yeah, I'm feeling fresh.
Fresh ass. Right, legends, let's get straight into the charts. Got lots to talk about. We're going to go through, are we fucking cooked? Is Bitcoin going to drop down to the next levels on the way down? We're probably going to actually be testing into 50. Well, we actually got 55.50. I'm going to go to the levels in a second. Guys, Botmaster, we just released our first Bitcoin bot. Holy shindig. So we got a Bitcoin trading bot, which is live right now. You click one freaking button. You can see it on the screen, and you get those buy and sell signals. The last shorts on this bad boy have been unbelievably phenomenal. So right now, guys, we do have a bot, which is live, and you can use it. This is on Botmaster. Go to the URL, and you can check out Botmaster. Go here, product Botmaster, and you can check it out. Also, legends, I made a little bit of a, let's just call it semantics. I didn't say it correctly on our last stream. You can get my community, my VIP community, for free forever, right now. I'm just saying we're opening it for 10 days for you to get access for free forever. So right now, guys, you can go to the link below. You can sign up and get my VIP community for free forever, for life. Leggies. I did an email as well to say this, because everyone's like, I thought it was only 10 days. It was only fucking 10 days. No, 10 days to get in. For life. You know what I'm saying, Pete? What do you think about that, Pete?
I just saw the way you said for life sounded hilarious.
For life!
For life.
Forever! You're wearing the MDX Hodl t-shirt. Oh, you got the flames on.
I think it's no, this one's, I don't even know what this one is. I don't remember
Welcome.
what it was.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it's a legendary offer that people need to take.
Yeah, and you're in there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, come chat.
We have a whole emoji built around you. Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, they make it all back.
Make it all
one
back.
trade.
One trade.
That's all it takes.
Did you make it all back?
No, not yet.
It's coming though, isn't it? But yeah, guys, this is the VIP community anyway. All the charts, you know what's going on. This is my Discord. We actually have a shitload of new people joining right now for free, which is great. It's great to see people coming. You got the pro signals. I'll go through all the pro signals actually, because we do have a whole team. We're all posting in here all the time. We have a great team going through and posting setups. Well, it's not killer. It's signals, setups, and we analyze the market as well, because we have in our group pro signals and pro analysis, because we obviously know that they're two different things. We're going to go into some political things as well, leggies. We're going to talk about the UK and the arms race, or you could call it the political race for the right, who's going to be the main candidate to potentially win the general election next time round. And I do, guys, believe that it's going to be a right-wing politician who's going to win. It's because of Middle England. It's lower and Middle England are not going to let this one go. It's going to be a non-establishment right-wing political party which is going to get in. And guys, that's it. Let's get into the charts. We also did an update to AI charting tools today, guys. So when you click on AI charting tools, if you have a membership with MDX Algo, you will now see a slightly different setup. You can see it loading right now. We actually added some extra default parameters and some more analytics into Z support and resistance zones. So now you know actually the volume in specific areas. But guys, look, one thing I'm going to go back to and just make a really clear point. I've been saying from the beginning of time, like I always said, is that if we lost the January Open, which is this level here, I always said, guys, that we're very likely going to go significantly lower. We actually did a measured move of a formation, which was a pattern recognition, bearish channel or flag, and we did the move down. I'll show you again quickly. Let me just whip it up on a higher time frame. This is the move we did. Bang, you have a channel, bear flag, continue, and actually from there to there is the same as there to there in percent terms, okay? So this technical pattern has now played out, and that's why we're essentially consolidating sideways at the minute. The issue is that a lot of people are asking, where are we going to result? The consolidation, which way are we going to go? And I'm going to go into that right now, and it's, look, it's, well, I won't give it away in terms of what I think, because I'm going to give you my hunch, etc., like I always do, but it's probably not going to be great for most people in terms of the probability standpoint. But so, yeah, guys, I was saying very clearly, I said it many, many times, if we lose the January Open, the Open of this year, If we lose that, we're going to go significantly lower. And actually, in hindsight, that's exactly what happened. I did say 84 and 87 could potentially maybe be the last, flag or pole in the sand to say this is the last place for the medieval warriors to get on the wall and try and hold it up, but they didn't, and we flushed down. So January open, guys. Oh, by the way, again, this is all done for you with my product AI charting tools, guys. I've literally meticulously spent in every tiny little specific detail of this product. I built it myself basically with my developers. So everything you see on the chart is automatically done for you, and we've meticulously done this over many years of finding all the things we think are good and swing points. Anyway, less of product, more of the sauce in the middle, Pete. You like the sauce, don't you? You like the middle sauce.
You got some sauce, brother.
Yeah, you really like that mayo. Fucking disgusting. So January open, I've always said, is very, very... So now, guys, this is it. The line in the sand for us to get back above, for me to say there's going to be a significant retrace back up, and that will be called the suckers rally in this specific example. Looking at the technical formations as well, actually I would have, this in hindsight actually is a bear flag with a extension, but it actually is a dead cat bounce in a lot of cases. And I would say that we might be looking at another dead cat bounce right now, okay? If we don't manage to get above this area of resistance, and we haven't managed to do it yet. We've actually come into resistance. We've come into resistance. We've come into resistance. We might get another go. It's slightly higher lows coming into it, but we're going to have to see where this results. And a retest of the wick does look quite likely at this point, but I'm not going to say it because we do need to lose here, and we are kind of in we're consolidating sideways. So to go the suckers rally, guys, I do think we could really go quite significantly higher, actually. If we get above this resistance, it's going to be, and I'll just quickly draw up the levels for you. So if you're really thinking suckers rally going to do it, the levels and the line and whatever, and by the way, for some reason I have my mouse cursor on the screen. It shouldn't be showing that. It should have, let me just actually reset fucking Finder. It's probably going to wreck me doing this. Let's just see what happens if I do that. Relaunch Z Finder. There we go, it's back. Oh no, it went back to the other way. Anyway, it's a little bit weird. There's something going on in the old techie. So I'm going to call this right now, Legend. So 74k is really the line in the sand. So if we do get above local resistance, which is here, literally bang on, we're looking at the price point of 100. Sorry, we're not at 100k anymore. 71,000 basically, guys, between 72 and 71k in here. Sorry, my phone's going crazy right now. So if we get above this, that's the first good sign for the bulls. I will not take the trade on the basis. Sorry, fucking hell, my phone is going ballistic. I need to just turn this off. I'm going to put it on airplane mode. So this level is very crucial, guys. I will not take a trade on the basis of a breakout trade. I will only wait for the retest for the SR flip. So resistance turn to support. That would be a great sign. But it doesn't really mean anything because ultimately $74,000, 80s, the 84 to 87, and then the January open are going to be like more significant crucial levels. So if we get above here, guys, we might get a suckers up to around 74. Then we got to say, okay, what's going to happen next? Very likely some significant resistance, maybe back down. The real, if we're going to get a 100k move, guys, back up to $100,000, which is not off the cards, the longer short ratio isn't in our favor at the moment. And by the way, guys, this is now completely free as well. So you can come to mdxalgo.com/charts, and this is now completely free. You don't even need an account to see this. We've opened this up for everyone to use because, at the moment, there's a lot of dudes getting wrecked. So we thought we might as well open up the community and open up the charts for free, help people who are struggling out there, because I do get a lot of DMs of a lot of wrecked kids and a lot of wrecked bros as well. So sorry, it's not letting me do that. So this, guys, is not a good sign because the longs are increasing. So this whole move, and I've said this a billion times, I don't think you guys need to hear it. Like, basically, we almost managed to get across here, but then that was the end of this move. So basically, my point is that, guys, we've been net long in the retail side and the top traders as well. Very similar, actually. We've been net long the whole way down since the top, and that hasn't changed yet. So, if nothing's changing with the metrics and the indicators we're looking at, it's unlikely that the behavior of the price is going to change either. So it's just fucking everyone's longing the market on the way down, which makes sense because everyone's trying to buy the dip. But the problem is that the market makes the falls out the most, and those longs end up being sells when they are forced. So a market or liquidation order, when it's a long, is actually a sell, obviously. So it just is more fuel actually for the price to fall, and there's nothing changing there. So if we're going to get a really nice suckers rally, guys, up to $100,000, which I do think is still possible, we want to see the long to short ratio converge. We want to see more shorts. We need to be looking at least testing 74K, and the January open will probably be, you know, if we get above January open, then I think it's quite likely we get a shot up to the 200-day moving average. But if you zip out a couple of levels, let me just delete some of my lines to make it nice and neat. So, you know, you zoom out a little bit, guys. We have a systemic structure break of the price. We now have the lows, which were always higher. So it was higher lows. Now we have a lower low. This, you know, you could say is the lower high. It's a very, very weak lower high. And it does bode the question, are we actually going to get a higher lower high? And it does. I do think there is a pretty decent case for this. And this would shock a lot of people. And at the moment, everyone is doomsdaying it. Like every fucking Twitter post and every, you know, thumbnail looks like it's the end, even mine. But I'm saying that this would not surprise me. I'm not saying this is a prediction, Legends. I'm just saying that if we do get above the local resistance up to 74, find support back on that local resistance we're on now, then the probability will increase for this. But obviously we know that we're in a bear market. One thing that I did look at today, okay, it's changed actually as the day has progressed, and this is on the weekly time frame. So we did actually have a green node coming in here, but now it's predominantly red. It's not the biggest node, red, yet, which is around 50-50. But we know, guys, we're in a bear market now. So this is a bear market. The price is in a bear market, but it doesn't mean you can't get relief pumps and relief rallies and suckers rallies, which actually would be great opportunities to short or hedge short against the price rising, because it's very likely on the way back up at some point along here, whether it's 74, whether it's the January open, whether it's this top high here at 80, 90K, and then obviously the 200-day moving average, it's very likely you're going to get a retrace resistance. And that's what you're supposed to do. As a trader, you're supposed to wait for the move to happen, and then you're supposed to wait for the retest. So everyone's like, well, the thing is, analyzing the market, guys, like analyzing it is not a leading thing. You're not trying to predict, or you're not trying to make money, really. You're just analyzing what's happening. For an analyst, you have to wait for this level to be broken for you to say that we're in a bear market. It does likely mean we're going to go lower than that, probably even go to $30,000. We're in a bear market. We're likely going to go to 30K if you look at any other Bitcoin bear market. Analyzing the market is one thing. It's not a leading indicator. It's just what do I think is going to happen. Then the trading is the stuff which is a leading edge. You're trying to put bets into the market before they happen. So, for instance, here, when we had the Bitcoin lows of 2022, this first move here, like, you wouldn't be upset if you missed that move. Just to be completely clear with you as well, Legends, this is a bit of, I don't want to go too TA on you right now, but this move was all the way up to $30,000, was 100% gain. But as a trader, no, you could never have got this position. You can only get this position as an investor, because a trader is looking at the price and it's in a bear market. There's no systemic structure break. We haven't managed to rally. We haven't managed to pop up. So you always miss this move, the 100% first move. The second move is the lower high. That's when you actually take the trade. So in the same way that you do that when it's the bottom, it's exactly the same thing as when you do that when it's the high. You're rallying into it. You get a systemic break. This first move is actually a 40% move down. Sorry, 50%. About 51% move. But that's not what you're looking for as a trader, because you're in the swing long until you get proven otherwise. Now what we're waiting for is that hedged short position. Where are we going to get that? Very similar to when it rallied and went for the higher low. You're buying here. You're selling here. If you get it. But if you don't get it, fine. You don't get every single trade. There's a billion fucking assets to trade in this world. You don't have to sit on Bitcoin. If you miss the trade on Bitcoin, fine. Fucking go and trade something else. I would say that can be difficult for a lot of people, because they put all their money into Bitcoin and then they got nothing to fucking sell or buy with. They can't buy the dip, or they can't hedge short. So, because they essentially marry their bag. You need to be as slightly diversified as well. And other shit, especially cash and other assets like gold. We're going to go into gold in a minute. Silver. We're going to talk about Zed Silver actually a lot. and I'm going to talk to you about Dixie, because I think the stock market is going to crash, guys, this year. I've been saying 26. I said 26 and 25 and 24. I think 26 is more likely now than 27. So I said 26, 27, we're going to get a stock market retrace. We'll go into that in a second, Legends, but I think it's looking pretty hot, actually. There's going to be a really, really juicy short. If I had the time, and if I could bother to put all of the time and effort into sitting on my computer and playing out the big short on Bitcoin, I could probably do. I know it's going to happen, but I'm just not prepared to do that for the amount of money you can make, because if you short the market, you can only ever make 100%, and it's not worth the fucking time. So yeah, let's go quickly back into Bitcoin and just quickly fix this up. So in terms of trades, Legends, we need to break, and I've got AI charting tools up, so it's got all the levels. The next trades I will take, there is no short right now, guys. There is a long at 66,000. There's a long here. And guys, just by the way as well, a lot of my community members made a fuckload of money on this fucking trade, my man. Have a look at this. So if you go to my community, guys, you can see here, I called this position, and this is, you get this for free now, Legends. You can get this analysis for free, for life, forever. Just go to the link below, MDX free. You can get my pro signals for free for life right now. So you can see here, guys, this is about a day before this happened. I was saying that there's a potential long between 64 and 65k. The bet is that we get a higher low and we start a sucker's rally. The probability is low, but it make a tight stop loss. So I was saying, guys, that there is a trade in this area here. Potential scalp long, bang. Now, Leggies, if you want to talk about levels, this is the level I was talking about, between 64 and 65k in here. Exactly where this blue zone is. That trade right there, if you got wick to wick, which you didn't, because no one gets wick to wick. Whoops! Why is that now just not leaving, sire? Something's wrong with my TV right now. Trading view's been a bit weird. Yeah, so that move in terms of percentages, if you took the wick to wick trade, you're looking at probably around, nearly 10%. So yeah, it was a nice trade. This one is actually still in. I took the trade myself. I actually have some longs. I have some longer, higher time frame longs right now, which are underwater. I have a trade on this one, which is pretty much out. And then I have my botmaster trades on some of the altcoins, which are all short. And then I have a fucking giga truck. I have a giga truck spot bag for Bitcoin. I still have a lot of spot, but I have cash on the side because I sold all of my BNB at the top. And I'm going to make a video. Actually, we have a video coming out, guys, about me calling the top for BNB. And that's basically my head short at this point. Pete, where are you, bro? You've left. So, yeah, just so you guys know that you get this analysis for free in Pro Signals, and you can literally go to, you could literally go to the website right now. Go to mdxalgo.com/community. You can get into the community for free for life, forever. Once you get in, you're in. You're back, Pete. Where'd you go, bro? Did you go to the toilet? Need a poo poo? You're on mute, brother.
Yeah, bro, I was sneezing and blowing my nose, and I had to let the dog out. You know,
How's that new dog you've got?
and I did a massive. I'm looking after my friend's dog at the minute.
What, George, yeah?
Brazil. Yeah, he's at the carnival.
Yeah, I know, he's gay, LGBT. So the move we have, Legends, at this point, it literally is a gay festival as well. This level here, guys, is another buy. So if we come back to it again, you will buy. This is a great long trade. To take another trade on the basis of this already played out, likely going to get something. It might not be as aggressive if we are making a descending formation, but it's still a good SR level. The low wick, again, it's kind of like when I was saying to you guys, this one here. You know, I was saying that I probably won't take that trade, and I didn't. And I think it's probably going to be the same case for that. If we do come down and we lose 64, between 64 and 66, basically, 64, 65k, it's looking pretty dire, my Legend days. Okay, so we're not going to go very unlikely to the swing high here where this is SR. Let's go on to a slightly medium time frame here. Let's actually get onto a 12-hour. So I do think, guys, we'll probably stop at around 50. So yeah, between 50 and 52,000. This was a really nice based point, or it wasn't based. It was a basing point for the price. you can see we had a low, lower low, and a lot of guys would have called that as a reverse head and shoulders, or it's a some sort of W or Wanger formation, I call it. This level here is quite significant, so I do think between 50 and 52k would be the next buy, for potentially that being either the bottom of this whole bear trend, and very likely going to get a bounce at least. So we break through 50 to 52, I think we would likely get something. 50k, you've got to... Sorry. 48 is interesting, and yeah, 41. So these yellow lines, guys, are the trades, essentially. I've said this a million times. Like, all these yellow lines are where I'm looking for the rough, pretty specific, actually. Quite precise, but rough as you get really into the lower time frames. But precision on this time frame of where the trades are you really want to be placing trades. So I'm looking at between 50, 52, all the way down to that 48 maybe, and then we'll have to get there and then 41. That's the buy trades on the way down, okay? And that's all you can really work on there. And we also have something at 66, between 64 and 66k. Those are the longs, guys. Now, the story that most giga long-term bulls aren't going to like is that there are a lot more opportunities for shorts on the way up. So we have obviously got this swing area here. AI charting tools is perfectly illustrating it, around 71,000. It's definitely another short. If we come up to it now again, I would be less heavy on the trade because you have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 attempts at breaking it. We know resistance is not going to hold up forever. It's just a wall of orders, and if you keep tapping into that wall with a fucking hammer, it's eventually going to fall down. So, yeah, I'll go less heavy, but it could be one of those maneuvers where it pops off and then it does this, okay? So let's not forget, guys, that the market isn't a bear market. You're looking to short every pump. So there could be a short in here. It could even come up and deviate above it. So you could get a short in here. You might get stopped, but there could be a re-entry short as it pops, and then it just absolutely nukes. So look out for that formation. It happens a lot in Bitcoin, especially in these kind of ascending formation breaks when you're in a bear market. So first is a short here, and there could even be a pretty dire, you could call it a false breakout, okay? Now, the next short is going to be 74. So here we go. It's going to be in here somewhere, 74,000. We've got it bang on. $74,000 is the next short, which obviously correlates perfectly with this wick. 74k is a short. Between 84 and 87 is a short, and the January open. And the January open at the price point of 87,000. So it's, yeah, bang on what I said. Even before I was saying 87k as the level, which would be the loss level anyway. So January open is the 87. So, and by the way, guys, if you want to get all these levels, just get AI charting tools. It's $99 a month for all of my indicators, and this will save you hundreds of hours of charting, and it's more precise than you anyway. It's AI. So this is yeah, a really nice level to look to short as well. And then, guys, to talk about trades, there are going to be more longs when the price does something. So if the price does go here, there is now then a long on 71. 71, yes. Even if we come through, there'll be a long here again at 64. So break it, 71 is a long. Break 74, 74 becomes a long. Break the January open, that becomes a long. So anything we get above on the way up, that then becomes a long. It was a short, it then becomes a long. And this is basically what I've been talking about for a decade. I've been doing SR trading for a decade. It's just predominantly the most profitable way that I trade. It's very simple, very profitable, very easy. It's linear, so it's not you're not waiting for things to happen. It's just a line in the sand, and it's not it's not progressive in terms of liberal. No, I'm joking. It's not progressive in terms of you're not looking at like a diagonal moving average, etc., or a trend line. Those things are very, very difficult to quantify exact entries. So that's SR, guys, really, and then that's my trades. Analyzing the market in terms of what I was going to say at the beginning, the probability of us falling lower is higher right now, guys. We're in a bear market, so if we don't get above the local resistance, it's likely we're going to continue to do what we're doing right now. What you could draw is a pizza formation. I've seen a lot of people do that. Actually, they have a pretty fucking high hit rate on Bitcoin, to be honest. I'm not going to go too far into this specific analysis. What is going on with TradingView, leggies? TradingView is literally acting out or acting up like a fucking annoying teenager right now, throwing its toys out of the fucking pram. So yeah, you could draw something like this. I'm not going to dive into this analysis in too much detail because I actually don't trade this myself. But as this begins to tighten and get thinner, you do usually get the pizza breakouts, okay? So we do have that happening right now. Yeah, yeah, a bit of pizza. You should do some pizza breakout trades. Yeah, what's going on? Questions?
Someone's asked if you bet to 97 before 54.
So what comes first? Well, look, guys, this game is not about that. If we break local... Okay, let's just say if we got above 74, if we went to the January Open very quickly at 87, I would say the probability, yes, of course, it would be that we're actually going to come up to 100k. If we go to 87 very quickly and then the January Open... If not, guys, we're going lower. And even if we do go to $100,000, the 200-day moving average is rapidly moving down. So the 200-day moving average is $100,000 right now. So if we went to 100k now, I would take the fucking short. It's going to be a very fast move, though. But the 200-day moving average was significantly below it now. One thing which is good for the bulls is that there's a very long distance between us and the 200-day moving average. And any time in history you get very extended, you usually pull back to it. You can see that every single time there. Anyway, the 200-day moving average obviously is just a barometer of the average of the price over those specific time frame. And that does become a magnet because we know that the animal instincts can take things overbought, then oversold, overbought, then oversold. But actually, that's not what you should look at. You should look at what's the average of the market. Just average out the highs and the lows because we know animals are fucking stupid. We're stupid monkeys. We're psychotic monkeys. We have stupid emotions that make us do ridiculous things. We get too over the top, then we get too scared. We get too over the top and too scared. It's the average which really makes sense. And the average of the market is now falling. But the average of Bitcoin is $100,000 over 200 days. So if you were looking at a fucking line chart of the averages, then that's what you're seeing. And a lot of investors do that. So it would be interesting. I do think there is a potential chance for a decent relief, but I wouldn't bet on it right now because you've got to wait for it to break the levels to then get into those long positions. The volume is contested. I literally leave this chart on and don't change it. It's just my combination bands from my company with the volume, and then you've got the volume at the bottom, the combination bands, which are Bollinger style, but they are different than Bollinger bands with different calculations, and then the volume inside those combination bands. So you can see the fucking sellers are in control since the top. There's been nothing in the books on the green side. So this is just an aggregation, by the way, and it's about pitting, so it's more about weight. But if we start seeing decent green coming in here, that dissipates, and then we get some fucking green buy volume, then I would say, yeah, we're looking for something like that. But at the moment, guys, Bitcoin is not there. I've just given you all the levels. I've given you everything that I'm going to be trading. And that's SR, guys, in a nutshell. But then, obviously, guys, what you want to do in this fucking game is use your SR trading, manual trading strategies, and then come and use trading bots. We have got a Bitcoin trading bot right now, which has done phenomenally well. So, like, you literally have on this chart, guys, you can see it right now, the equity curve is just going ballistic. And that's because the volatility is back. And you can see that each month has been green except for 6 months ago. So this bot is now live, guys, on BotMaster. You literally go to mdxalgo.com/botmaster. You can get this bot right now. You can load it up, and you can see it on your TradingView account. So this is what I'm doing right now. The predominant winning trades have been short trades, okay? So you want to have some of your money automated. I've said from the fucking beginning, you need to be manually trading, obviously, but you need to be botting. And this specific system we have here with BotMaster, look, the conundrum of what we're trying to do here is we're trying to create a bot. Well, we're trying to create multiple trading bots that have a high win rate, low drawdown, and make money in 3 months. That in itself is extremely difficult. Most good trading bots that I have used in the past have low win rate, can draw down for 6 months, and will make money over 2-3 years. But as a company, we can't sell that to a retail-focused customer. We are going to bring out some bots that can go down for 6 months, but what you find is that a customer comes in and then they lose money for 6 months. They're like, well, what the fuck am I paying for? That's fine. A lot of these trading bots do not make money straight away. We are trying to build, in this system, we have a team of 5 people. We're trying to give you everything. High win rate, low drawdown, money in fucking 3 months in most cases. That in itself is difficult to do. So with these bots, guys, just remember we have an update schedule. The nature of the bots being so profitable in such a short period of time means that you have to give up some sort of luxury where they have a little bit less automation than the longer term frame bots, which are backtested over 10 years, because we're trying to make them make money in high velocity environments. So there is an update schedule. You need to come and update your trading bots, okay? So everyone who's in the company, update your trading bots. Make sure you're checking it every single day. And definitely, guys, cycle them. Because we have guys in the community who have equity curves like this, and then we have guys who have equity curves like that, because they're choosing and not cycling the correct bots. You need to choose the right bots at the right time as well. And obviously, we're doing most of that for you. But if you go and fucking leave a bot on and then don't update it, you're going to lose money, guys. You need to keep up with your update schedules, because anyone who's keeping up with the updates, anyone who's doing the equity curves, any equity curve rising, and I'll show you the fucking pictures in a minute, you can see them like this. So this is our community. I probably won't be able to find the actual P&L curves in here. I don't know. So I'll just go. This is our bot master. Oh, here we go. This is one guy. So really nice equity curve using the bots. And this guy's actually said why he's been making all these big gains. There's actually been a lot of gains recently, guys, because the volatility is back. We've had a few dudes here, so I actually posted this again. He actually had some really good winners, $11,000, $12,000 as well. So in the community, we're having a lot of good winning trades at the moment for people who are keeping up to date with the updating schedules. So when you're using Botmaster, guys, make sure 100% you come into the Botmaster ecosystem, you update your bots, and you keep an eye on them. Because, guys, we're trying to build fucking a system which has a crazy win rate. We've got 84% win rate on Ray, an 82% win rate on Bitcoin, with a low drawdown. We're looking at drawdowns of fuck all, and then you've got high profit factors. It's very, very difficult to do that in itself. But guys, the reason that all of our bots, and I had this question yesterday, why are all your bots just high win rate with high profit factor? Is because we are not prepared to sell a system at this point that has a low win rate. Because the problem is that it can draw down for a very long period of time, and customers will not stick around in the retail-based sector. But we are going to do it, but we're going to put a disclaimer. Because you've got to remember, guys, my Hodl Bot, which is my strategy that I've been using for years, this has a fucking 37% win rate, 38% win rate. So it loses 62% of its trades, but it's extremely profitable over long periods. I've actually pulled this bot, guys. This is not available at the moment. I'm actually reconfiguring it. So this is one of the bots that I've used, and I actually like bots that have bad-looking numbers, because then they're counterintuitive, means less people use them. If less people use them, they're not as competitive, which means they can make more money over long periods. But bots like this are more competitive, because you're going to have lots of people who want to make money fast. Everybody wants to make money fast. Time is money. The faster you make the money, the more you can live your fucking life. There is a time limit on your life. So there is a value to making money quickly, because the faster you make it, the more you can do shit in your life. If it takes you fucking 100 years to make $1 million, you'll be dead, and you'll be fucking too old to use it in the fucking end way anyway. It's all a race, isn't it, Pete? It's just a big race. How much money can you make in what time? How much money are you making a day right now, bro?
I don't know. I need to get my accountant on it.
What, Margot?
The ledgers, you know.
Where's Margot?
Anything that incriminate me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to keep. Yeah, I've seen you say that many times.
Oh, yeah, keep it on the down low, yeah? Keep it on the high.
So we'll do a few altcoins. Maybe in the chat there's some guys. Put your altcoins in the chat. Blast all your altcoins in the chat. Let's go through this. So I'm going to go through right now. We'll start with Total 2 actually, and then I'm going to go through some of the altcoins I actually think might have a little bit of a turnaround. Adder is so wrecked, it's unbelievable. I've never seen a more wrecked chart than Adder. It's below its last bear market fucking lows. I bought some Ultra the other day. This is actually holding up quite. If you have any XRP, you fucking trade your XRP into another altcoin that is shit, doing shit. Like, if you have XRP right now, you flip that fucker straight into Adder. Or something like that. Asta, wrecked. It's quite a good long-term play. Whack your altcoins in the chat, guys. So, Total 2 Obviously massive. Literally, total 2 is just saying that's the resistance. That's what's happening. AR charting tools doesn't even have any other thing on the screen. It's just like that level legends, which is completely correct. It's a difficult one. If we lose here, legends, on total 2, the whole altcoin market is going to go unbelievably underwater. This level is extremely important on total 2, guys. We'll probably get a relief, but if we lose it, we're going back to square one, and then we'll have to continue later. I would bet, it depends on if Bitcoin gets its suckers rally. If Bitcoin gets a suckers rally, I do think actually that this will have a nice move up to resistance, but Bitcoin will take a lot of that wind out of the sails of those altcoins. So, interesting. Stock market analysis we can go into right now. So, guys, I'll give you a quick... I'll do your altcoins. Everyone put your altcoins in the chat, and I'm going to do the stock market. Right. Yeah, legends. The stock market. The 500 biggest companies in America. What's going to happen? I think we're going to get... It's going to happen in 26, I think. We're going to get a big stock market crash. Very similar to this, guys. I actually called this. You can go on my Twitter, just scroll back. I said that we're very likely going to come and retrace the COVID lows. We got that perfectly. I think we're now going to come and retest probably the highs we've actually just made from the drawdown here. So I think we're going to pull back quite significantly. The issue that I have is that it could be a lot more severe. I think things are overvalued, like they were in the dot-com bubble. I think AI is a little bit of a fad. I think it's cool. I think it's going to be around for a long, long time. But I don't think the AI narrative will just continue to get more and more exciting. I think the AI narrative will slow down. It's just going to replace more jobs, and GDP will probably rise on the basis of companies they'll be able to spend less to get the same product. And also, we're going to probably see a slowdown in low to middle class jobs, which I don't think is good for the stock market. So, because less people have money in their pocket to buy stocks and shares. So that's another thing. So where was I? So the stock market, guys, I do think 26 is when we're going to get it. We also have a formation very similar to here. We have it now. We also have it here. All right. Let me wait for this. It's a distribution pattern basically, but it's loading. It's essentially a distribution pattern we're getting. Me and Viking were talking about it in our VIP group a minute ago. We are getting a flat sideways distribution. Actually, you could even call this a triple top. It's, you're every single time you're nuking, not being able to get above the high, not being able to get above the high. It's happened now 3 times. Obviously an up market, guys, is the highs get broken, the lows and the highs get higher and higher. Like both sides, higher lows, higher highs. But this is not making higher highs and higher lows and higher highs. Fucking hell. So many different tongue-twisting words, Peter. Little tongue twisters, my man.
Man, I keep blowing my nose, so I'm on mic.
Oh, okay. You're on mic, yeah? I know you. You need to get a grip, brother. So this level of legends is the line in the sand. I've got it all drawn on for you. Okay, stock market. The first big thing you want to see for this being the big nuke, which I think is going to happen, is first level is this. So break down. If it loses this, guys, we're likely going to go down to about 6,500 points. Now, this is a double whammy line. So I love the double whammy trades. If we... I love the double whammies, mate. The double chock-a-blockies, they get the big double deckies. Ooh, a double decky. Those chocky bars. Mate, wow, what happened to double decker chocolate bars, bro? They're still about. Maybe I've just been out of England too long. All right. So there we go. This is a buy trade, whatever happens. And then if it does it when you draw your fibs, you're just going to target the 618. Don't make it complicated. Don't try and fucking reinvent the wheel or whatever it is. Just relax. 618786. Between here and here is where you take your trade, okay? And that will be a big short. So basically, guys, it's there, long, there, and then that's probably going to be it for the stock market. And I do think the stock market's going to come back to here. So we're looking at 6,100 points. That will then correlate with this level here on the inflation-adjusted chart. And then, guys, we'll have to see if we're really going to go into a significant stock market recession. with companies actually losing genuine value, genuine. So yeah, if they're going to lose, if they're going to go down in value, guys, this is the chart you're looking at. After the dot-com bubble, the stocks went down in value. But guys, remember the price is different to value. So if you don't know the difference between price and value, then you're fucking retarded at this point. But you're not fucking retarded. It's you know what it is. If in the chat right now, tell me, do you know the difference between price and value? Yes or no? I bet you everyone says yes because you've been watching this channel for a long time. So the price could be the same as here as it is. Yeah, but the value is different. So I'm saying the value is going to fall of the stock market, I think. Up to here and maybe even back to the COVID lows. I don't think stocks should be at the value of .com, even if they have AI integrated. I think we're going to have a pullback. And that will mean, guys, what I just said. So it will look like the cracks will look like this into here. Very likely going to be a long. It might be in here or the 618. So between here and the 786, that's when you look for your short and then you get it. So it's a long first. Okay, you got to bet up first on the stock market because it's going up. You know, it's long until proven otherwise. And then you bet against it. And also you could hedge against it as well. So like this is how you're going to play the stock market. If I basically did what I did back in when I was 23, 24, 25, and I spent 12 months at my computer and do not go out, do not party, do not have fun, do not see daylight. If I sat here for a year and built up a position on the stock market, I'm near to saying it would be a guaranteed really nice profitable short that I could take. But like I said, guys, if the price falls, you can only ever make 100%. When the price goes down, you can only ever make 100% on the way down. So to spend all that time and effort to just only make maybe 100%, even though it will never go 100% down because it's not going to go to zero, it's likely going to do 20 or 30%. The real gain in the short side of this is 20 or 30%. So is it worth, building up a $2, $3, $4, $5, $10 million trade to then make $3 million and spend a whole year doing it and not live your life? Maybe, but it's not guaranteed. So it's for me, I'm probably not going to do it. But if I was in the trenches, like a lot of you guys might be, really in your trading zone, I would begin to build up something. But have the guys remember the Big Short and the guy who did that big film. Well, he did the Big Short on the prime subprime market in the USA 2008. But you got to remember that guy goes underwater a lot. If you try and short sell, you have to have the composure to go underwater because the price goes up through the emotion of greed predominantly, which means that it slowly rises and then suddenly falls. The price doesn't suddenly go up and then slowly falls. It doesn't go, woo, everyone buy and then everyone sells slowly. It can happen on obviously different types of altcoins and stuff and different assets. But I'm saying predominantly what happens is greed is a slow and then it nukes. And greed is a slower emotion than fear. So what I'm saying is that you have to be prepared to potentially go underwater and then get the nuke. Like every single time it's just going up and then nukes. Going up and then nuke. Going up and then nuke. So you have to wait and you have to be very composed. But I do think the stock market's going to have a crash in 2026. If not 26, it's fucking so likely in 27. And that's because I believe that inflation adjusted, stocks and shares are at the same level as the dot-com bubble. And I don't think stocks and shares are as valuable as they were in .com. That's as simple as that. If you went to someone in the market and said, do you think the stocks and shares are overvalued right now? They'd say yes. And even with AI, even with the Trump stuff, even with the fucking people buying things and getting out of fiat currency to hedge against it, I still do think that we're over the top. And yes, if we come back, we might find support and we might continue. But I do think we're going to get some sort of pullback this year. Gold! Remember the meme? I love gold! Gold member. I need to watch Austin Powers again, bro. I've seen it all over my feed. Are you getting Austin Powers on your feed, bro?
I literally shared that in the Discord earlier, I think.
Oh, is it you who's sharing Austin Powers with me? Okay, fair play. Small fucking world around here, innit? So yeah, we're the only ones in the VIP. If you guys want to join, it's just me and Pete, bro. We're just chilling out. But guys, you can get this whole VIP community right now. This is my core VIP community where I put all of my pro signals, guys. This is a call I did the other day, made everybody loads of money. But guys, this is now completely free and you can get it for life. The link is in the description. Sign up. You can get in to my VIP community for free for life. And I said in the last stream that it's over the next 10 days. I meant that you can get in the next 10 days for life. This is a lifetime thing. This guy just joined. Nav is in the building. Let me just at Nav. Yo, Nav. Let's give Nav some respect in the building, all right? If I can fucking type. Yes, Nav! Legend, bruh. Give him some fucking respect, eh? Respect. Respect. Ah. No, I can hear you. What's going on? What's cracking?
Your gold prediction before last rally a year ago was epic.
Yeah. That, well, I don't know. I can't remember exactly which prediction that was, but I've done very well in gold. I've made $1 million on a seasonality trade on gold in the last 3 years. I've picked when the bull market was going to start. Guys, there's a video of me. This was before crypto. And there's a video of me. I actually found it. It's in a folder called Old MDX on my fucking computer. And it's a fucking video of me talking about gold even before I even understood really the whole thing about Bitcoin. I think what happened is in Australia, I was doing Great British Pound Australia dollar. I then saw Bitcoin, got interested, and then fell down the gold rabbit hole because actually, Bitcoin forces you to learn what sound money is, and then you go, whoa, what the fuck is gold then? Okay, gold's the same as Bitcoin. Then you actually learn more about gold at the start. But guys, seriously, I've had some fucking epic. I was trading gold before Bitcoin, basically, but that I've done really well predicting it, and I've also done really well making money with it, and I traded it for fucking years during 2019 as well. But I've said from the beginning, guys, that I do think that $5,000 would be the cap for gold. Now we did go to 5,700, okay, but we did get a big fucking pullback on it. Why won't you disappear? There we go. So guys, gold went to 5,700 and it absolutely nuked. Now, I just don't think gold's going to stay above $5,000, guys, for a long period of time. It might go up now. It's going down now, but I'm saying I think the general ballpark figure is $5,000 per ounce for gold will likely be the top for this market move. And we know that this market move has been absolutely phenomenal. It's one of the most aggressive upside moves ever, except for 1971, of course. It's very similar to 1971. Sorry, 1971 was here. That was 1980. So this was the run-up in 1971 up here. This was the run-up to 1980s. And this was basically, we came off the gold standard. Everybody freaked out. Then everybody went into a bear market, took profits, and then fucking everyone basically said, well, I missed this move. I'm not missing it. I'm not doing that again. It was that thing that you did, Pete, in Portugal, where you said, I'm not letting that happen again. And they jumped in. So we're doing the same thing now, guys, really. It's a phenomenal move. Even my bots are killing this, guys. Like, if you go to Botmaster and go to Pax G, I think Pax G 130. Fuck you, just relax, legends. Keep it easy, boys. Keep it easy. The issue is, the funny thing is, I had one of my friends who was he was like, I want to get into gold. And I was like, bro, use my bot, Pax G Gold 180. Flip it on, and then it literally did the first losing trade out of several months. So literally Pax G over the last few months has just been absolutely killing it. This is an automated trading bot, and then it had a losing trade in here somewhere. At the moment, this short is actually playing out now. I think actually it would have been here, so it's just about playing out now, which could be really interesting, because if we do see this begin to fall now for gold, we're going to very likely start the sideways. We're not going to go into a bear market yet, guys, on gold. Just relax. Like, everyone's like, yes, the gold bear market's coming. No, legends. It's going to take at least a year for gold to top out. If it comes down to here, we have a couple levels. Can you mute yourself, brother? I keep getting loads of feedback just for a minute. You're a noisy bastard, bro. So this is the double whammy line, of course. The double whammy for gold. You got this level and this level. Nice little chock-a-block, like a double-decker bus. Let's wang it out in the old mixer. If you come down to here, guys, if you zip out a time frame, you're going to have a very, very big weekly bearish engulfing candle, okay? If it comes all the way here, engulfs that. We have a bullish hammer here, failure, engulf, whatever. And by the way, guys, AI charting tools, just to mention, I was diving into all of the data points that we can actually give a read on. And I've completely forgot, guys, that we built a candle fucking identifier system into AI charting tools. So you can come in here, you can type in whatever trading candlestick pattern that you want to identify, and you just click on this, and it will literally just come up on your screen in yellow. Like, that's when it's going to happen. Just so you know, guys, because obviously stock market analysis, etc., and bigger timeframes like gold candles do matter. So this is a bearish engulfing if we get it, if we get the whole wick. That would be, yeah, very likely, guys, that gold will then likely look like something like this. And this is me drawing the candles. It'll probably do that, and then it will come down, break out, and then it'll be a year. Okay, this is on weeklies, actually. So it'll probably take about a year, maybe 2. That's about a year. This is a long period of time. This is a cup and handle. About a year. Like, it's likely going to take about a fucking year to top. If it's going to be a quickie, then it'll be 6 months. But that's a quickie. And we know that quickies can sometimes turn into long ones. You know what I'm saying, legends? Why won't you disappear? So if we do get a move down here, I would say that the probability of the gold top being in is going up. But it's still going to take a year. And, you know, everyone will forget about gold before it actually goes into a bear market. That's what always happens. It gets boring. Silver is a little bit more telling. It's the same thing as gold, but we haven't had a nice retrace up to 618 levels or 786s. So this is right on the line right now. You know, if this is, we're going back here, man. Silver's going to go all the way there if it loses here. So we're going to be going back to about $61, $50, $51. It's quite interesting to me, though. The thing is, what you usually see with gold is gold goes up and then silver actually continuously goes up for longer than gold. So this is not a good sign for the gold top being in. Silver should usually be going up whilst gold is topping, just because everyone's selling their gold into silver because they're trying to catch the next train. But, you know, the history only rhymes. It doesn't always exactly do the same thing. So I would say that it's an interesting dynamic. I do think that we got a few lines in the sand for gold, but when I trade golds, guys, I've been trading gold for a long time. I own spot bullion gold. It really is one of those asset classes that you want to automate. So I would say come over here and just fucking use one of our trading bots. There's no real reason for you to sit there manually trading this thing and waste. It moves, so it's going to take a year to top. So just automate it. Like, come here, we got Pax G, click on this, automate this out, because otherwise you're just going to end up getting bored as hell. I'm trying to trade this thing. I don't know why there's these massive orange boxes over everything right now. I think it's there's something wrong with my PC. There shouldn't be these. On your screen, it probably won't have those. So, yeah, we've got Botmaster, guys. You can come here and get this on mdxhodl.com/botmaster. So, automation is key for gold, silver. Now, let's go into Dixie real sharpish. I do think Dixie's likely gonna end up doing something like this, guys. I think Dixie will hold this long-term trend, and that will likely be the result of people selling gold and selling silver back into cash, and that's what's going to create the strength for Dixie. That's probably what's going to mean it's at least going to go to here. That's when gold and silver sells off. The thing as well, I think, in my head is that if we do see this, it's likely going to have downwards pressure on the stock market, which I think is going to happen in 26. We're going to get a stock market crash. And then it also does not bode well for Bitcoin, because we know that Bitcoin trades like a fintech stock and a commodity at the same time. If commodities are falling and the stock market's falling, it's probably not going to bode well for Bitcoin going into a ferocious bull market. But yeah, Dixie is, I think it's going to hold. But if it doesn't, guys, very good. We're coming here, and then we'll have to draw what happens. Here's descending formation. So, you know, what one good thing for Dixie would be if it came to here and breaks trend, then we might have a rally, but then it's very unlikely going to break this trend. And then the long-term picture of a Dixie could be down. And if that's the case, then we're going to see asset prices really begin to rise. It's going to rise like asset prices in general. The prices of everything is going to go crazy. Doesn't mean the value is going up. It just means the prices are going up. And what will probably happen is then there'll be more printed currency from governments like the US. So that would mean that it'd be even more devalued. So prices will go astronomical. Doesn't mean the value's going up, but I'm saying that the prices will go up. And that will probably end up meaning the value does rise, just because when the price of things go up, it creates animal instinctual nature to want to participate because the price is rising, which then will actually increase the value. And then it will come back to with government intervention, with monetary policy, it makes it more difficult to see the clear picture of what the free market is doing, because prices and good services, supply and demand and prices are the reflection of the economy itself. but governments intervene, which means it's more difficult to see actually what's going on in the economy via the supply and demand pricing mechanisms. So then you have situations where you have to kind of be like, oh, well, you know, the price is going up, but the value's not going up because there's more currency created. So what's going on here? It makes it more difficult, but if you can identify it, then it gives you an opportunity to make more money. And that's what a lot of people on this channel have done. We've gone into Bitcoin, and the price is rising as well as the value. So all good. One thing I do want to have a little chat about, guys, and I was charting this out the other day. So just so you know, how do I get these lines? You go on a yearly time frame, legends, on this Forex market pair, and this is what I used to do for years. You get the open and the closes of that year, and you get the highs and the lows. And all you do is you draw on a yearly time frame. This is a Forex market, exactly GDP to the US dollar, because I'm actually quite interested in the Great British Pound right now with the political sphere. There's a lot of political stuff going on, which I think is very positive for, let's call it, right-wing nationalistic parties. But guys, if you want to very, very simply draw out the levels for a higher time frame Forex market, get your high, low, draw a fucking yellow line, and then the open and the close. And then when you go back to a daily, you're going to see a very, very high correlation between the levels you just drew and where the fucking price of this thing goes, okay? So, for instance, this is a crucial level, was resistance. This whole cluster here was resistance twice. This will likely act as resistance. And then guess what? On the way down, this was support, this was support, this was support. Massive SR. This is actually then deviated on it. So, and that was just by drawing yearly levels. Then if you put on AI charting tools and some moving averages, you can really trade the fuck out of this thing. But Great British Pound looks like it wants to come up. I still think the Great British Pound will be the equivalent to $1 soon, but because of this new political party, potentially, which will be pro-business, well, very likely anyway, that's what they say, a reform government will allow an easier environment for businesses to make money, hence employ more people. That means more people employed, more tax revenue, which then you have to sell, or you have to pay taxes in GDP. So that's why having a big, affluent business private sector means you have a stronger currency. The bigger your private sector is directly proportional to the size of your economy and also the size and the strength of your currency. If you have thousands of the best companies in the world in your country, that means that you have thousands of employees and thousands of millions of dollars of revenue that comes in, and then the country has to then demand you to pay US dollars, because guess what? The USA has all the best companies in the world. Then those companies have to pay US dollars back to the government, meaning they have to go back into US dollars, creating strength in that currency itself. So if we have more companies in England, that means that the Great British Pound will rise. And that's kind of what's happening at the minute. It's a little bit preemptive, but I think we could break out. There could be a fucking breakout in the Great British Pound. Imagine. Pete, imagine. Imagine if we come back up to these levels. We have a golden era like that. Like, it's not impossible. Like, if we get a pro-business right-wing government in, there is nothing stopping the Great British Pound from having a very, very nice golden period. And it won't be great for foreign investment, but it will be very good for the people of the United Kingdom. Like, if you're holding fucking Great British Pounds right now, over the last 2 decades, that money has just purchased you less and less and less in foreign markets. So it's more expensive to go on holiday. It's more expensive to import. It's more expensive to go to Europe. It's more expensive to buy things from abroad markets. But if we have a golden age where the Great British Pound rises, then everything gets cheaper outside of the United Kingdom. So when you go on holiday, everything's cheaper. When you go and import, everything's cheaper. So that means that you can get a bigger size television from Japan for the same price, because the TVs go up in the size of the TV goes up, but the price you're paying stays the same. That's what happens when you have a strong domestic currency. You can just import more things which are better for the same price. And that's why America have an incredible standard of living, because they can print dollars that then subsequently mean they can purchase with those dollars at the same price bigger things than, say, Ukraine. If Ukraine want to print fucking UAH, hryvnia, they get very small televisions. The Americans get very big televisions, actually for the same purchasing power of their currency. So it's pretty fucked up, because they wouldn't be able to make the same amount of currency. And yeah, it's well, we might get a little golden age in England. And I think it's fucking about time, man. What do you think about it, Pete? What do you think about these two bozos? Who do you reckon's getting in?
Does Botmaster work on Binance?
Yes, of course. Binance, Legends, that's like the biggest fucking crypto exchange in the fucking world. We do all of our back testing on Bybit, BitGet, and Hyperliquid. You can actually see those metrics in here somewhere. You can read about that. Where, yeah, Bybit, for instance, this one's been back tested on Bybit. But you can connect these bots to exchanges like by Binance because if you want to connect them, you're going to be using our partners, Wonder Trading, for instance. And they have all these other exchanges. So you have our exchanges, have their exchanges. I'd recommend using Hyperliquid, to be honest. No KYC. Fire, Wonder Trading. Also, there's Bybit, obviously, which I love. And then Blowfin. We have a partnership with them. But they're not actually integrated just yet, so you need to wait for that. But Botmaster is a product which is very, very powerful. And the great thing is about it, like, let's just say this. You don't want to, trade with an automated system. What you can do is you can get the signal. So you click on this here, click on it, then you get your chart because it's on TradingView. What you can do is you can just say to yourself, well, I don't actually want to make it a trading bot. I'll just manually trade the signals because what we do in the back end, we are reconfiguring, reback testing, and changing the settings every single day. So previous results do not necessarily mean future returns. So what you have to do, especially with a bot that's high win rate, low drawdown, with trying to make you money in 3 months, what the caveat to that is that we have to continuously reconfigure, reback test, and keep changing the settings as time goes on because the environment of the market changes. And we know how to make things work in swing or work in range. So it's working very, very well. We have lots of people making money. We have lots of guys doing really well in the community. They have great equity curves. And a lot of dudes, I'd say 50% of them are just manually trading it. So they're not even, they're doing half their money on the bot, and then they're doing half their money. I don't know why I keep loading this up. I've already got it up. But they got half their money on the bot, and then they're just trading the other half manually. So it's not like you don't have to use it as a bot. You can manually trade these signals, and it's done very, very well. You have the peace of mind of knowing that the settings of that bot are profitable. Looking at the backtester results. So it's very good for you if you're trading manually. But it's a very nice suite, guys. Really, really cool product. Put a lot of time and effort into this. And with Algo Master and Botmaster combined, let's just say you got AI charting tools. If you've got AI charting tools, right, and you're looking at the manual stuff, analyzing the market correctly, then you got Botmaster automating shit, and then you're fucking doing manual trades on the Botmaster side, you are living Z dream aruniente. Any more questions there, Pete? So, shall we chat about Pete's gone. Should we do some reaction videos? Hair's looking nuts, man. Let's get a haircut again. Guys, any questions in the chat? I'm more than happy to answer some questions. And now we're going to do some reactions. So we're doing a new segment in these videos where we're going to react to content that other people have made. And we're also going to do memes as well. React to memes and react to content. And it's going to be fun and games, legends. We're going to be reacting, saying, yo, that's hilarious, telling people what's what. I don't know where my boy is, though. My boy Pete has dropped out. Let me have a look at the altcoins as well. I did forget to look at the altcoins. Everyone throw your altcoins in the chat while we wait for Pete. Still snowed in, but the heart is still ticking, thanks. I have a lifetime and sometimes says ultimate, then back to lifetime. Oh, really? That's weird. Can you send a screenshot to our team, bro? Like, you should, if you've got an ultimate subscription, you should stay on ultimate. If you have a lifetime, it is the same thing, but we changed the terminology recently. Mine says legend. Because I'm the fucking founder. But yours will say ultimate, or it will say active or whatever. But yeah, we have a lot of cool products, guys. We have the Pro Signals chat here as well. So like, you don't need Discord. You don't have to go into Discord to see Pro Signals. You can come on here. You can see all of our calls, everything we think is going to happen. For some reason, that's been a bit slow. Loading up a lot of fucking information. But yeah, we have a whole suite, guys. Different things, different tools. You can come here and look at all of our predictions from my team. I have a very tight-knit, close mentoring team. This is a trade that played out beautifully, which I posted I don't know, about a week ago now, and this played out perfectly, guys. Like, if you look at, that's what I said. Here's the level, and if you go to the chart, that's the fucking level. That's where the line was, and then boosh. So that was a nice trade. AI charting tools is looking really nice. If you guys have a subscription with Algo Master, definitely use AI charting tools. Definitely use Algo Master. But a combination of this and then Bot Master is quite likely the sweet spot. Also, guys, this charts tab now is now free for everyone. So you can come and look at the long to short ratio for free on Bitcoin. We're opening up the community and we're opening up the charts for free just because everyone's getting wrecked. So we're trying to help people out. Here's another nice little image of the Bot Master. So we have like the equity curve and everything. But we've got a good fucking thing going, guys. But Bot Master is this big new thing we've just launched. And I think this is essentially our flagship now. It's the flagship product that we have for you guys. It likely derives the most value for most people because you can manually trade it and you don't need to worry about doing any of your own configurations or analysis. We're doing that with the settings. But a combination of Bot Master and Algo Master, which is the indicators and AI charting tools, there's nothing close in the market that's giving you this amount of stuff to try and help you make money. Like, it's just not happening. I'm extremely product focused. Almost just like obsessed with the product in terms of making it good for people to use. Because I'm not having it where people lose money or people get fucked up. Obviously, people can lose money in trading, but yeah. Yo, Pete, brother, where the fuck are you, man?
Yeah, bro, honestly, looking after someone else's dog while owning a dog, it's just not.
We're going to do the reactions, bro.
Twice as much shit to do.
Get your screen up. Let's do some reactions.
Right, do you want to hear me answer the fucking question? So, yeah, Pete lost his dog, didn't he? Yeah, it went running off.
Can I just subscribe? Just bot? Yeah, of course you can. So if you want to just have Bot Master, go to the website. So you go here, go to mdxalgo.com, and then just click on Bot Master. And then you can see here we have our little video to get everyone excited. But if you go here, you can click Bot Master, Algo Master, Community Academy. These are the four things that we have. And community is free. You can now get the community completely for free right now. For life, forever. Bot Master Academy, all of the and Algo Master are all paid products, but the Academy community is now free. You can go down here, look at all the testimonials, and you can purchase the product. As well as, if you go to the main site, you go down here, got a nice little fucking orange, I like the little matrix orange. And then we have obviously got our free, exclusive Discord. Peter, are you ready?
Have you seen what Michael P. Stewart was like? Man, if I had a surfboard, I could ride those waves in your hair. Haha.
He's not mugging me off, mate. He's trying to flirt with me. Listen, bruv, can you get up the reaction videos?
Yeah, we'll do, bro. We should look at your bits, mate, first. How the farmers in England was getting absolutely screwed over.
Yeah, what, Clarkson?
£144 profit from the arable farm.
The fact of the matter is this. Farming 7 days a week for a year on a 1,000-acre farm has generated an income of £144.
Correct. Fortunately, at the moment, we have this subsidy. When that goes...
What's the farmers going to do? I mean, obviously, what are they going to do? They obviously don't have Anderson Philippines from them, and they want to be a little matter.
It's not
The income. I mean, what do you do?
Oh, mate, it's not playing the audio.
These subsidies stop.
What, you don't get the audio?
Yeah, you're actually a faggot. Everyone's just been watching a non-audio video.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta just share your screen with the audio on, don't you, on Google Meet?
Oh, so, can you
Honestly, bruv, you're the worst co-host. Technical AV all over the... He made, it's not working again.
The arable farm.
Why is it not
I don't know
working?
what's
So
going on.
the fact of the matter is this. Farming.
It's not working, bro. Can you guys hear the sound on that? Pete, your mic is low over here. Talk? Mate, your mic's not even working. There's no audio coming from your end. It must be my end.
They definitely can hear me, bro.
They can't hear you.
But your mic is a little low. It's just a little low. All right, it's low. They can hear me, bro.
No. There's no audio coming out of the Mac OS screen capture side. Guys, can you hear it? Oh, you can hear it. Oh, maybe it's just the V.
From a 1,000-acre farm.
Anyway, Jeremy Clarkson only making £144.
Yeah, but like, let's be completely realistic here. Jeremy Clarkson isn't a professional farmer. He was on a film. He had a film crew there, and it wasn't like they were trying to actually hit the fucking top yields of their fucking agricultural. Like, bro, like he's lucky that he broke even. If he broke even, he's a winner. It's easy.
Jeremy Clarkson's be the next Prime Minister.
No, mate. We got fucking Rupert Lau or Low, whatever. Rupert Lau or Low, right? Fucking up to the debate. I want Farage, mate. Guys, by the way, in the chat, can you fucking hear the videos? Can you hear Pete? Can you hear me? Because I'm getting a glitch on my end. Apparently, there's no audio coming out.
Let's make sure we can.
I don't think people can hear. Guys, can you help us out in the chat, yo? Legends! No, everyone's just absolutely boycotting us.
I think they can hear us. Have you seen this? Have you? Let's just make sure people can actually.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can hear. That's why they're not saying anything. Guys, in the fucking chat, legends, please just use your fingers in the chat. Can you tell us if you can heat Pete? No. It's coming out of my. It's because it's coming out of my mic. It's coming out of this microphone. It's not coming out of the fucking. All right, I gotta work this out.
Yeah, it's fucked.
It's not working.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
It's happened on my end. It's a glitch on. Yeah, it's not coming out of the. Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we hear it all just a little low. No, it needs to. It's because it's coming out of this.
What's on your end? Is it?
Can you hear Pete when he talks?
Yeah, they can hear me, bro.
But I think it's coming out of this mic. Talk.
Testing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's coming out of this mic. It's coming out of my speaker then into this microphone, which is not the one. But I don't know why that's happened. Let me just do something real quick. Mac OS audio capture. I'm gonna make a new one. Desktop audio capture. That's gonna work now. Talk.
Pete is low. MDX is fine.
All right, is that fixed now? It's gonna be fixed now.
I normally talk quiet anyway, to be honest. And MDX doesn't know how to talk at normal volume.
Yeah, you don't know how to talk loudly, and I don't know how to talk quietly. So it's a great fucking duo, isn't it?
All right, bruv. Do you want to watch this video?
Yeah,
this
1 second, bruv!
Oh, this woman's calls the police because her son's too right wing.
Okay, now play the video because I think it's gonna work.
All right.
Yeah, it's working.
Really radicalized.
Really radicalized.
What's your address?
What?
I'm not harming myself.
What's your concern with him in his room?
I'm a political commentator.
Really right wing. He's posting
Oh my
stuff
God.
online. He's shouting
Woman is
at
hysterical meltdown and calls the police on her own son for being really
so
right wing.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, here comes the old man.
You don't scare me, Dad.
Do I not?
No.
Do I not?
What is wrong with you? Why are you assaulting me?
Do I not?
Why are
scare
you assaulting me? Why are you assaulting me?
Shut the fuck up, you parasite.
Oh.
I have brought you up for fucking 20 years.
Let me leave.
What the fuck have you become?
Oh, it's
What
awkward.
have you become?
Let me
I want
walk-
you to leave. Jesus Christ, we're not
Then let me walk out that
months.
door. Let me walk
What
out that door.
have you-
Let me walk out that door.
What
Let
have you
me walk
become?
out that door.
Answer my question.
Nothing. I just want to preserve this nation. Do you not understand?
You will not.
I want to
win
preserve this
war.
I
nation.
will.
No, you
I
won't.
can't watch
I'm
anymore,
leaving
bro.
this
It's too
house.
like
No,
it's
it's
cringy
pretty
as fuck.
savage,
It's like a
isn't it? It is
fucking.
cringy.
It's a family dispute. But mate, I do think
they've obviously been out drinking though. Like that dad's pissed up. You can tell he's drunk, and the mum is just hysterical.
also, like,
sad drunk.
it's probably more than just the political stuff. It's just like she's crying and it's all this and it's all getting crazy. But calling your son a parasite is like, well, what are you then? Because the parasite came out of your dick, mate. Like, I actually find it so weird when like parents.
Well, the dad's just drunk and he's just.
Yeah,
pissed
but
off
like
his
if you
wife.
think about it in a weird way, it's like when you see like domestic arguments where parents are rude to their children. It's like, well, mate, you made them. Like, what does it make you? It makes you the king parasite, which had the parasite. It's just fucking weird. But yeah, no, mate. The problem is about, I think a lot of it is like a lot of like older families, especially boomers. They've just like had like years and years and years of all this La La Land crap, and like when someone comes out and says something like, you know, I actually think that we should deport people for whatever reason, it like a lot of older people just can't handle it. Like, no, you can't say that. It's gonna be, you know, they get all hysterical about it. I've seen it with just like basically boomers.
Yeah. Well, this is it, isn't it? It's a couple of boomer parents, and I just love the phrase. She's called the police, and she said he's posting really right-wing things on the internet. It's just,
It does go to show like how it's just a bit crazy. Oh, we've already seen this. Yeah. We can react to it. I've seen it a million times, but we can react to it.
Elon Musk coming in here as well, showing some support for Rupert Lowe.
Or polling.
To us, we've all seen it. We don't need to watch it.
Let's get a flavour of it for the video for Fahad.
I have chosen to speak to you today from the farm because places like this represent what proper Britain is about. Hard work, responsibility, effort.
It's all right, man. We got enough. I've seen it a million times. Everyone's seen
This
it.
is the England I know.
The thing is with it, it was one of the best politically created pieces of content that I've actually probably ever seen. It was just so like well written and just slow, and it was calm, and he's got a good voice. Like, it was a very good thing. It was like almost like a political piece of propaganda in a way, but it was good, man. Like, the thing is about it as well, like if you show that to anyone, I don't see how that can be extreme in any way. It's literally just saying we need to have values for our country. We need to deport people who are illegal in the country, which is like ridiculous. Like, how would, like, if you think about it this way, imagine if someone stole your bike and then the court said, no, he's actually going to keep your bike because he comes from a poor family. You'd be like, bruv, I don't care if he came from a poor family or a difficult background. Like, he stole my bike. Why should he keep my bike? It's like, why are we letting illegal people come into the country and then saying, oh, no, but they're from a difficult background and they're poor, so now they can just stay in the country illegal, like when they came in illegally? It is unbelievably ridiculous, actually, like how we're just letting it happen. So it's fucking secure the borders, be pro fucking, and also, you know, shit he says about like communities that don't speak English. Like, I don't understand how you can be against just having like a rule that says, guys, if you come to this country, you should speak the language of the country. I just don't see how that's a problem. Like, if you go anywhere else in the world, a lot of countries, they just don't even speak English. Like, literally, sometimes even when we were in Portugal.
What about expats in Spain?
Yeah, but that's a business. That's a company. That's a connection. They want to facilitate that type of customer to that country, so they're trying to give them as much as a reason to move there. I'm saying most countries you go to, when you go there, you have to integrate and learn the language. For instance, Russia or Ukraine, or you go to Japan, or you go to fucking Malaysia. Most countries, you have to learn the language if you're trying to assimilate into that society. If you're going on holiday, fine. They're going to speak the fucking language you're... And also, English is a slightly different scenario, because English is spoken by 1 billion people. You know, like, it's ridiculous. Like, if you're speaking a Muslim language, or whatever you call them, an Arabic language, or you're speaking a Ukrainian language, which has probably 100 million people max who speak it, and then you're coming to England, English is spoken by 1 billion people. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think it should be enforced like in a really bad, brutal way. Like, if you don't speak English and you don't pass a test, you have to leave. I don't think that's what we should do. I'm saying, like, there should just be encouragement to say you need to learn the language, or you're probably not going to have as good a time at getting a job or getting a fucking thing. And like that's probably actually already happens, to be honest. If you rock up to Bristol, you don't speak English, you're probably not going to get a very good job. So it's kind of happening already. But, oh, mate, I think the whole thing, in terms of content for it, like, you've got Farage and you've got this guy, who I think are the main contenders. There is also one called the Heritage Party. I was looking into it. There's a few other ones as well. I think there's a BMP. I don't know if they're still around, but the thing is with it, BMP, what is it?
The British Nationalist Party.
Yeah, but they're gone, aren't they?
No, they're still about.
They're still about, yeah. But they've got a bad name.
Do you remember Nick Griffin? Or Nick Griffin?
Oh, get a picture of him up. Get a picture of him up.
It looks like a Bond evil villain character. He was like the leader of it.
There are two things about this, right? Firstly, having two political right-wing guys in the political sphere. Fucking hell, he looks unbelievable. But let me finish this point. That's unbelievable. That's ridiculous. Like, it's good that we got two right-wing nationalist parties, you'd call them, in the mix, because then they're going to compete with each other. And we know that competition always drives better outcomes. It means the customer or the consumer or the electorate will get a better outcome, because if there is no alternative, there's no way to push the boundaries. Now there's an alternative to Farage. You can go, well, don't know. Maybe I don't really like this thing about Farage, but I would have voted for him anyway. But actually, Rupert Lau or Lowe is actually doing a better job. So that's gonna drive a better outcome for the British electorate, 100%. The only thing I see which is an issue, though, is that it might break up. Like, if it was only Farage, which was in a contending position, then Farage is going to get all of the votes, which means there's a much higher chance of him actually doing something serious and actually getting a big say in the seats. And then I have a problem with, I think Labour and the Green Party are going to turn into a coalition, because they are the same thing. They're both communist parties. That is literally, there's no, if you believe in communalism, which is what communism is, community, and trying to equalize communities, so there's no high, no low, like, there is literally no difference between the Greens and Labour. I'd actually say Labour is probably more communist than the Greens. So if they come together, we might be looking at a really strong communist central party of the United Kingdom. And, like, guys, like, communism can be the way. It's just not going to be as prosperous. Like, we could go down the communist route. It's just not going to be as prosperous. Like, if you want to equalize everything and everything be shared, and there's no winners and losers, and there's big government with big control, taking all the resources and handing them out to everyone in equal fashion. Look, lots of control, lots of equalization. Going to be quite a lot of fight against it, but it will still be a society which will be okay. Like, got to remember, China is communist, and they have a pretty good economy. They're doing pretty fucking well. But when you think about China, the thing is about China, actually, one little point here, is that China is communist, but they had to relinquish communist control from their private sectors to allow them to compete, because they're not North Korea. North Korea is like the totalitarian communism, but China is like communist, but actually they allow their markets to be more open and free and fight on the main stage, and they don't control them 100%. But anyway, that's another topic. But I'm saying, if fucking Labour and the Green Party get together, that's a fucking big force. A lot of people are voting Green. A lot of people have already voted Labour. That will probably be actually what would win. Okay, if the right get completely split through loads of different parties and they can't all join together, and the Greens make a coalition with Labour, we will have a communist government next. 100%. Big, massive social programs, big sharing, higher taxation, equalization. So trying to take the rich and the poor and equalizing them together by essentially, enforcement through big government. That's what we're going to get. And that's going to be a bad place for business. It might be okay for some people. The people who are being equalized up, which is the 80% of people, they might get a better, it might be good, it might be better a little bit for a bit. But when the 20% say, fuck you, I'm not going to lose my liberty and my freedom, and I'm going to leave, then you're going to see more resources needed from more people who don't have anything, which means that you're going to have a super decline in living standards. But, like, bro, I don't know, man. We could get a big communist hit. I think if Labour and the Greens go into a coalition, and then you've got it, and then what you really need to see is, I would say, whoever does the best in these elections, which will be reform, I think Rupert should try and actually try his hardest to build his own party. But if he can see that there's no chance of him winning, he should connect with Farage and say, look, let's fucking come together. I'll let you lead the reins, but I'll come in as vice. And then that will be a big fucking right-wing beast. That would be a right-wing beast for fucking days. Pro-business, smaller government, less regulations. Companies will probably move back to the UK. You'll probably see 600,000 people deported, which means wages go up because then there's less people competing on the same amount of businesses, which means businesses will then have to compete for people to work there. Get rid of the fucking minimum wage and let the free market run. You're going to see wages go through the roof. Like, if they deport 600,000 fucking people and they eradicate the minimum wage, which they won't do, but if they did, you'll see probably a bit of a destabilization. But then if they reduce taxes as well, if you see more companies coming in with 600,000 less people in the economy to work, more companies coming in, or even if it stayed the same, you have the same amount of companies, if not more, and 600,000 people are gone, and then more companies start setting up in the United Kingdom because of less regulation, less tax, you're literally going to see a fight. Companies are going to have to fight for employers, and you're going to see wages go boff. It'll be like Australia again. It'll be like Australia for nursing. It'll be unbelievable. But you guys can probably tell where I sit on the fucking spectrum. What's Farage up to then?
Yeah, well,
I went a little bit on that one.
Yeah, no worries. Mate.
The whole video's gone.
Right.
Make it full screen.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna watch.
Yeah,
this
shut up.
You shut the fuck up.
Turn it up.
I've turned it up, bro.
I can't hear it.
Be serious.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it. There's no sound.
Oh my god.
You've put the presentation on mute, it said.
No, I haven't.
It had no
Had the
sound.
backing of Elon
Put it to the beginning.
Musk.
It's working now.
Moving on to Rhiannon from the Press Association.
Hi, Rhiannon from the Press Association. Your former colleague and friend Rupert Lowe has just launched Restore Britain. Are you feeling threatened at all by Restore Britain? And particularly now it's had the backing of Elon Musk, and it could split your vote.
My former friend sued me in 2019, as he sues everybody. And if you look at the history of Southampton Football Club, and then look at the history of WH Ireland,
Mate, you're going to have to do it again, bro. It's not even working.
You will see he was removed from both of those roles.
What do you mean? You can't hear it anymore?
Mate, honestly, it's just like lagging. It's going, his voice going. Blah, 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 blah. What, mate? You get a better fucking computer.
After lawsuits
It should
galore
be fine on
and two
this
very
one. I don't know. Maybe it's the
Yeah, just go back a little bit. We can just cut it. But
dramatic EGM.
I can't even hear what you're saying. So go back a little bit so I
just
can get the
little
point.
bit. There are Southampton Football Club.
Go back even more before the
history of
question.
WH Ireland.
Fuck no.
Restore Britain.
Leave
Are
it like
you
this.
feeling threatened at all by Restore Britain? And particularly now it's had the backing of Elon Musk, and it could split your vote.
I don't know about former friend. He sued me in 2019, as he sues everybody. And if you look at the history of Southampton Football Club, and then look at the history of WH Ireland, which he chaired in the city of London, you will see he was removed from both of those roles after lawsuits galore and two very dramatic EGMs. So friend would be stretching it just a little bit. There are, last time we counted, 11 parties that claim to be on the right or centre-right of British politics, from the Heritage Party to goodness knows who else. There is only one proper brand of centre-right politics in this country. It's called Reform. And as I'd mentioned earlier, you know, people think, oh, Farage has done it. We'll just set a party up. It'll be marvellous. We'll sweep the next election. It just isn't as easy as that. Now, does he have a profile on X? Yes, he does. Is Elon going to support him? Probably. But you see, you know, when he stood up and said that we've got to consider the mass deportation of entire communities, including those born in the United Kingdom, that just moves way beyond a point of reasonableness, of decency, of morality. And that was the moment at which, you know, I realised we just had to get rid of him and get rid of him as quickly as we could. And I think in terms of the way we dealt with that, we were probably more brutal than the other parties. But you know what? That's the way it's going to be. Thank you.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't know if he's I think he does look a little bit threatened by it, because obviously the thing is about Elon Musk, he's essentially steering the ship on so many different levels of the right. He literally has the influence to. I think a lot of everything that's happened in England is because of Elon Musk, when he was like putting the Georgian flag up and pushing it and making it the more nationalistic side and the more kind of, let's say, right wing side get more power. If Elon backs Rupert, he'll probably actually do better. But you got to remember, Rupert's got to actually build a party, and it is probably really, really difficult to do. Even someone else told me that Rupert was quite aggressive to them as well. So he's probably quite a tough dude in terms of business. But what was Farage saying? He was saying that he said that Rupert's going to deport 600,000 people.
Yeah, when you're talking about...
I don't know, though. I think he said from the beginning that if you're in this country illegally, then you should be deported. And that should be what it is. I'm not against black, white, blue, whatever. I just think it should be, if you're in the country illegally, you should be deported. And if you do have children, so say you came to the country, you're here illegally, and then you have children who were born here, which you had, and obviously you were here illegally, then yeah, the kids have got to go as well, because they're not going to fucking stay in the country without their father or mother or family. So I don't get it. I think he's a bit on the back foot. Like, I swear that's his thing. We're going to deport people. I think he could get a real bad press from the low to middle England, who are like extremists, far right, want deportation. If he can't stick to his guns and say, no, we are going to deport illegal people no matter what happens, very similar to the Trump campaign, where they were just like, that dude was like, she said to him, so, are you going to deport children as well? And they're like, yeah, children can leave with their families. And like, it needs to be brutal. He needs to be brutal like Rupert Lowe or Lau, whatever it is. Rupert Lowe, Lau.
It's definitely Low, brother.
It's Low. So it's fucking, I'm going to have to fucking submit to Lowe then. Listen, Rupert Lowe, if fucking he really doubles down on the deportation no matter what narrative, middle England and lower class England are going to vote for him. If fucking Farage gets himself in a pickle and can't then say we're going to be as aggressive on the deportation side as possible, then he's probably going to lose a lot of votes, because Farage is always seen as the guy who's going to do that. But I don't know why they make it so difficult. Like, why can't they just stand up there and be like, guys, we're not doing anything wrong. We're not against humanity. We're not dickheads. We're not bad people. We're just going to deport people who are in the country illegally. Can we just make this fucking clear? Like, I don't know why this hasn't been a thing anyway. Oh, God, we got this guy. Jacob Rees-Mogg. I love him. I genuinely love him. I'd have a dinner with him, but, like, he's a fucking...
All right, you want to listen to this one?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm not in favour of redistributing wealth.
Why is that?
Oh, I've seen this one, yeah.
To help those in need.
But I'm in favour of people earning their living. I'm not in favour of stealing money from people who've made their money. Why should I do that? I don't believe redistribution is a good in its end.
Why?
Well, why should I? Could you explain to me why I should think this is a good thing?
Well, if you're redistributing wealth, it's almost like a utilitarian thing to do.
Why is that?
Because more people are benefiting than the 1% of rich people.
How are they benefiting?
That's bollocks.
They're able
when you take away their incentive to work.
Wait, pause it a sec. Let's just do each point at a time, as I forget.
Small amount.
It's only 10
that
seconds.
completely eliminates one's like.
Well, how much are you taking away? If you're do you think that redistributing is an end in itself? Well, I think that's nonsense.
Right.
No. The kid said that it's a utilitarian thing to do, so it's a utility thing. Why would if someone's managed to make £1 billion, which they've already paid tax on, by the way, why would redistributing that money to someone else who hasn't got the capacity or ability to make £1 billion way more utilitarian? Leave the money with the person who can make £1 billion fucking pounds, then reinvest the money wisely, buy things. You got to remember, if you have a billionaire in your country, the last thing you should be trying to think about is taking money from them, because if they have lots of money, they're going to spend money on yachts, cars, watches, champagne, restaurants. They're going to drive around in they're going to spend loads on fuel. They're going to spend loads on their fucking wife. Like, this is the most ridiculous concept ever. You want more billionaires. Everybody wants to be a billionaire. Like, if you said to someone you can be a billionaire for nothing, they'd say yes. But everyone wants to be a billionaire, so stop taking away from a billionaire. They've already fucking paid tax on it. They live in England. They've already paid tax on it. Why should you just take their money because they have money? It's not utilitarian to take it away. The more money they have, the more they're going to go off, and they're going to... Like, if you literally purchase an extremely nice boat in Southampton, or maybe you even build the boat in Southampton, you are literally indirectly giving back to probably thousands of people. The architect, the leather, the fucking furniture, the rudder, the fucking like whatever it is, there's like a million people. Like, the whole problem about redistribution of wealth is that you end up taking money from people who actually do things with money, and then you give it to people who don't do anything with money, which then stifles innovation, stifles growth. It stops the economy from growing or getting better. And by the way, all the people don't want to just get given money for nothing. Well, you'd rather have a couple of billionaires, and then they buy things which then employ hundreds and hundreds of people. Like, we know that. Well, actually, it's even more. Okay, it's, you know, the Pareto principle, Pete, we talk about it all the fucking time. 20% of people have 80% of everything. But actually, it's even more crazy at the moment, where it's like, I think it comes down to the top 1% own the same as 92%. So it's like the 1% have basically everything, and everyone else has basically nothing. But that is only in ratio to, because it's not like those 92% of people are poor. They're just poor in relation to that 1%. So it's like the 1% are getting giga wealthy, but it doesn't mean that the 92% are poor. Because if you have lots of rich people in your country, they're going to spend on things in the economy, which will then bring up other goods and services. For instance, like, it just doesn't make any sense, mate. Like, imagine if you create a really, really successful restaurant, and then lots of people come to your restaurant, why would you then say, okay, if your restaurant is successful and you get more money, we're going to consistently penalize you the more money you make? So, like, if you're really good and you make really good food and everyone wants to go to your restaurant, if you make over a certain amount of money, we're now going to take 10% because it's a wealth tax. We're just going to take it because you now have loads of money. That means you're going to have companies that just come to a plateau and they say, you know what, fuck it. I'm not going to do any more because I know they're going to take the 10%. I'm not prepared to work for free. And you're essentially just mitigating the ability for more growth. Because rich people don't just put their money... And also, billionaires usually have all their money tied up in assets. And Elon Musk, for instance, is a great example. He probably has about $20 million liquid cash. All of his net worth is in his stock. Tesla, SpaceX, and the fucking list of companies he's got. You know, it's, the fucking... I can't remember. Starlink, Tesla, SpaceX, and then Solar City and all the other ones, and the Boring Company. You got to remember that Elon Musk is worth $170 billion, but 99% of that wealth is in stocks that he owns himself from his company. So if you go and say, okay, well, if you have $170 billion net worth, we're now going to tax you 1%. That's $1.7 billion. He's only got $20 million in liquid cash, so he'll have to literally go and sell his stocks and shares on the open market, which reduces the prices, which makes more other people poor, because people are rich because he has a good company because they bought his stock. The whole thing's ridiculous. It's only just naive children who have never actually started a company. They've never actually lived in the real world. They've never actually tried to run a business or actually run employment or actually see where the value comes from. It's always people who have nothing or who have never done anything in their life. And it's always people who are young. And that's really difficult because young people and people who have done nothing, they don't understand how the world works. So they just have the power to be able to go into politics and say, yeah, a wealth tax, even though they never even understood how those people get the money, where the money is, how much money is there. Like, it's the whole thing. Honestly, I think there should be a weighted vote on the amount that you actually produce in merit. There should be like a weighted system. Like, if you're an individual who provides value and has things and has a great restaurant and a great company and you build homes all around the nation, you should probably have more weight in your vote. You should have it should be a weighted vote. Why should Pete Bocking, who smokes weed every day, who's done nothing in his life, have the same vote as someone like MDX Crypto, who's massively successful, good looking, a multi-millionaire, built lots of companies, has loads of employment? You know what I'm saying? Are you there, brother?
Yeah, you're a piece of shit, brother.
I was waiting for that.
You're a real piece of work. You know
I was waiting for that. It's the other way around, bro. It's the other way around. You're the legend.
The transgender video up, and someone was like, "You need to get rid of that."
Nah, bring it back up. Get the transgender one up. No, bring up the transgender one. Let's fuck up the trans.
No.
No, we just pair up.
I'm not into touching, okay? I'm not. Let me put that out front. I'm no touching, no touching.
No touching. I won't touch you. I was paired up with Isaac. He was like, no touching. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
The music will start. The
Yeah,
boys will
fuck
turn
you.
around.
I don't want you touching.
Gentlemen, let's turn. Gorgeous. And then we start walking.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then maybe let's look at the gentleman. Gentlemen, you guys can acknowledge us. Ooh, who is this? Cool.
Oh, I'm
yes.
sorry. I can't do this. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm a man of God. I can't do this.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I love those people. I pray for them. I would never do anything to hurt them or condemn them.
Oh,
but
bro.
men are not supposed to dress like women. I'm not gonna go along with that. It's time to stand up and be a man of God.
Why don't we?
He's not messing about.
The thing is about these men who are dressed as women is the problem is that they demand that everyone respects their choice to be a man dressed up as a woman, and everyone should, you know, get in line, and we should all don't be rude, and we should always say the right thing. That, oh yeah, you are a woman. They demand so much from everybody else, but as soon as that black guy says, "I don't want you to touch me," then they just have this unbelievable, you know, they go crazy and say, "Oh, he's bad because he won't let me touch you." Like they have no ability just to shut the fuck up and be like, I'm demanding all this shit from everybody else. If someone else demands you not to fucking touch them because they're religious and they don't want to pretend that you're a fucking woman when you're a man, why can't you just have the mutual respect? They have no respect. They are feelings before facts. They will throw all law and order out if they are offended. They are dangerous. They're essentially the seed of what Nazism is. They can fuck off. Anyway, Kevin O'Leary has sued the big man. Oh, well, he's not really big. He's fat. What's happened to him?
BitBoy is just getting dunked on when he's down, isn't he? He's lost this case against Kevin O'Leary. And he's owed him 2.8 million.
Florida court default judgment after BitBoy ignored the case. Bruv, what?
Yeah, I didn't remember that BitBoy had actually done this, that he accused O'Leary of some sort of murder or cover-up in a boating accident, and then gave his phone number out.
It just sounds like something a crackhead would make up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But mate, everyone was saying it. I remember at the time, I remember looking at his videos, and everyone was saying like, dude, this guy's gonna get done for defamation, and that's what happened. Like, unfortunately, if you go against someone and you defame them, who has a lot of influence and power, you might catch a fucking lawsuit. And if you don't turn up to court, then you're gonna get to Like at the end of the day, it's, I don't know, it's a little bit. I believe more that the thing is there is a freedom of speech I believe in. The defamation side of things is like a legal dispute between, could you prove that what you said damaged my fame or my brand or whatever, and then I lost revenue on the basis of that, so I will sue you for this amount. It's a little bit dicey. I believe that maybe people should be able to say what they want without getting it fucking done financially. But again, it's just like, bro, oh yeah. Anyway, let's just stop talking about this fat prick anyway. I'm sick of it. Like, I don't want to have him on my screen. I don't rate him. He's never done anything. He's the only great thing he did was bring crypto to a big audience, but everything else is just degenerate crap, and it's just boring.
Yeah, poor guy.
It's tough.
Listen to this pitch for getting you into a crypto coin.
Can't hear it, brother.
You can you hear this?
No.
Oh,
it says on it that it's muted. You cannot unmute someone else's presentation. You muted your presentation for some reason.
Oh no. Oh, there we go.
Now I can see you, my man.
Right, can you hear this?
Crypto, everything. And right now we're gonna take over the fucking crypto space. I'm gonna make sure that my coin is one of the best coins to ever be in this shit. No rug pulls. Every single person that watches me makes money. Day by day, you just see your thing go up, up, and it never goes down. You just continue to make money. And I'm gonna do it for my community. I'm gonna do it for my people. And I'm gonna make sure that all you motherfuckers eat with me in the proper way, without any risk, without worrying if I'm a fuck anyone. Crypto.
What he's basically saying is this, right? This is the only way he could. This is the only way that he could make happen what he's saying happen. He basically puts out all of the coins and gives them to everyone for free, and then he is the only one who takes his wallet and buys the coins up. And then as it goes up, people sell. As it goes up, people sell. So all he's doing is he's taking his money and he's giving it to his community. The only way he can do it is by everyone gets a token for free, and he is the only person who can buy. And as the price goes up, people sell into his buy liquidity. That's the only way that it can happen. So all these fucking people, they don't just go and give money to their communities, do they? If this dude has 1 million followers, it's not like he just goes and says, guys, I'll just give you all my money. I'll just give you all $100 million. I'll give you $20 million. I'll give you $10 million. They never just give the money to the people who are actually following them. They just make a coin and then get them to buy it, and then they sell on the guys who buy it, taking their money. So it's an absolute fucking... Look at that thing. For fuck's sake. Honestly, this is the kind of stuff that if you have a big following like this guy probably does, this will get you put in jail in the future at some point. Because at the moment it's too small and unregulated that people don't get it. But this is essentially exactly what Jordan Belfort went to jail for. It's just essentially a pump and dump scheme. You know, you are selling an unregistered legal security. So you're selling an illegal security. You're advertising it on the basis of the price rising, and then what you're doing is you're getting other people to buy it, and then just selling to those people who are buying it, and then you just essentially just take their money. So it's just a fraud. It's like a you know those like wallet scramblers you get where you put some Bitcoin in and then it scrambles it and sends it out, and then you don't know where it came from. That's just all this is. It's just like money goes in, it gets scrambled up a little bit, and then you make money, and like that's gonna get you put in jail at some point when it gets bigger and more regulated. Beyond Meat. Oh, I've seen this. I was going to buy something. I bought into one ages ago. It was called Super Meat, and it went bust. So I actually invested in a meat company like this. This is the biggest thing. This is going to be a huge thing. This is going to be
it's all over for Beyond Meat. These guys will go. These were like, I swear they were one of the original kind of.
Yeah, I invested in one of them. It was called Super Meat. So what has their company gone bust? Is that what this is about?
Have a look at this chart.
Yeah, but the stock can go down, but it doesn't mean the company's bust. Is the company bust?
I don't even know, to be honest. I haven't ordered anything off them recently.
Just read the title. Go back into the thing. This is going to be the biggest. No, I'm not saying Beyond Meat's going to be. I'm not saying this specific company is going to be the biggest thing, but lab-grown meat and lab-grown food is going to be the biggest fucking thing. It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be net positive for the world. There's going to be no animals involved. It's going to be clean. You're going to be able to have meat that biologically has no impurities. It's going to get unbelievable. And if you couple that with now they're finding out ways to turn back aging and make it so aging stops. They had a rat. So John Sinclair, in his lab, they had a rat which was blind. And they managed to reverse the age of the rat's eyes to make it not blind. So it basically recovered its vision. And also they had a rat that they managed to reset all of their mitochondria back to the age of, in human terms, would be if you were 70 back to 18. So, bro, there's some mad shit coming out. It's like we're going to be able to live forever at this point.
I don't know. I think it's loads of bullshit, brother.
Just go read Just go and read John Sinclair's study on rats, and they've just got human clinical trials passed.
There's a rat in my kitchen.
Yeah, the wife.
You know that? No, right. I'm leaving this stream, brother. You've been saying too many off the cuff shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro, but you're my boy, man. We're allowed to do that.
Next, they go to be lab growing bitches.
Yeah.
Eat bugs and own nothing. Yeah, that's where it will be.
Well,
if we leave it,
mate, you should.
Leave it down to MDX.
You should
eat lab meat.
You should research the John Sinclair shit because he said that.
I don't give a shit what John Sinclair says.
He said to an interviewer that cloning is 100% possible right now. So you can clone another human being with their cells. It's just illegal. That's why he wouldn't do it. But they've got like 5 or 6 different papers of just rolling back age in rats. He was the guy who brought MMN to the market like in a big way for NAD plus. So NAD plus makes your cells regenerate in the mitochondrial level, and it's just like DNA repair and shit. And also, John Sinclair is 50 years old. He looks 29. It's kind of mad. Like, get him up on the fucking screen. He's mental.
What about hairline repairs? Let's have a look.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing all that shit. But this meat thing where you can grow meat in labs is gonna be so big, man. It's just gonna be unbelievable scale as well. Like, because there's enough that imagine how much land and energy and water and food it takes to bring up a cow and kill that cow and then cut that cow up and then put that cow into fucking plastic containers. It's unbelievably inefficient. As soon as you can legitimately just grow that piece of meat in a lab, there's unbelievable infinite scale. The price of food is going to go to zero because it's just going to be you'll just be able to grow it in your own house. You'll have like a little thing in your house, and you'll like just let the meat grow, like, and it will just grow in a little thing, a satchel. And
you come round and see my meat.
Pete, come round, bro. I got a nice piece of meat to have a look at.
Come round and help me pack my meat, brother. I've got
I'm gonna grow. Pete, come and have a look at me growing my meat.
Yeah, my meat's got so big.
It's a big one. It's semi-lob.
Oh, listen. If you keep talking crazy, this is what I'm gonna do to you, brother. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
No, don't do. Oh, whoa. I know we're streaming this shit. No, hey,
He's about to get beaten up, bro.
Don't disrespect this mother. You guys want to trying to get it?
Oh!
Do you know who Larry Wills is?
What's that?
Do you know who Larry Wills is?
No.
He's like an OG powerlifter, YouTuber, open like steroid guy that's just, he's been around forever, like content creating and stuff, and he's just collabed with loads of different people. But I think he's got into streaming now.
Wait, which one are you talking about? Which black guy are you talking about?
The guy who's like the massive one who slapped the.
That guy who slapped the other guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and Rampage Jackson is there. This kid who's got slapped is just some young up and coming streamer that's like part of the new generation stuff. But
do you reckon that could end up in a massive fucking lawsuit and he'd get done for assault?
I don't know, maybe. Yeah, but I'm not too.
He might get like, you know what these people are like, these little scrams. He might put him
anything in America. You're probably gonna get a lawsuit, especially when it's all on camera and stuff. But look, he's wind up. Look at him with his wine glass as well. But he's trying to go after the guy's missus, like saying some weird shit to his wife. I think that's what you're.
To be honest,
why are you carrying?
To be honest, like if he's trying to chat up that woman, like, why is she even fucking like?
No, I think he's
why
just
is she even standing there?
To Larry on purpose. But anyway,
yeah.
I thought you might know who Larry Wills is. I'll show you some of his videos. He's
I don't know, bro.
I'll show you another time. He can
what
bend,
else?
You know?
What else we got, my man?
We've got some other shit here as well. Did you see this one?
Yeah, he sold his Pokemon card. Yeah, the trainer pack for 16 mil, and I swear he bought it for nothing as well. Like, well, not nothing, but he made a lot of money on it. No, I bought the PlayStation 5 30-year anniversary.
It'll go up in value, that Pokemon card.
The thing is, I actually did a lot of deep dive on this. It will go up in value and beat price increase, because it's going to go up in price because we know there's more dollars being created every single day. So the price will always rise, but does the value rise? The value will go up if there's demand. So when the Pokemon era human beings, which were our generation, so it was the millennial generation predominantly that love Pokemon. When the millennials actually begin to die, that card will be worth nothing at some point in the future because there will be no demand. Because another person who never got nostalgia or was interested in Pokemon is more likely to come across as time goes on. So it will go to zero one day. It's gonna peak when our generation, the millennials, get to between 50 and 60 years old, when predominantly you have the most amount of financial wealth. That's going to be worth hundreds of millions. But then when our generation fade away, it's going to be worth nothing.
What about these old original baseball cards, you know, and like
yeah, they're in their peak. They're in their peak. They're like, you got to remember the boomers are right now, like, you know, like the baseball card fads, a lot of baseball bats, a lot of hats, a lot of the rings, etc. Sports has a really good way of retaining its value. But I'm saying that, look, if you take a 70-year-old man or a 60-year-old boomer and say, are you going to buy this really, really unique thing from a computer game from 1990s, they're going to say, well, no. Or maybe Pokemon. They'll be like, I'm not really interested. I'm just saying that I find it very interesting. I was like, do collectibles always go up? And actually, the answer is no. Most collectibles go to zero eventually, but they have a peak. The crescendo is when that demographic of person who was in that era, for instance, the Pokemon and millennials, when we all fade away and die, it'll probably go to zero or very near to zero. But sports is a good example of something that can resonate for longer, because if you play cricket today, it's same, you know, what's that guy called?
I don't play cricket.
Yeah, you're gay.
No, sorry, I don't like cricket. I love
Yeah,
it.
you don't like cricket because you think that you shouldn't like it because rich people play it and you want to look like you're not with them. It's just gay. Like, even if you like the sport, you'd still say that because you're a lefty little fuck. But like,
I say I don't like cricket. I love it.
I love it. Oh no. Okay, what's this guy saying?
It's the song. I don't like cricket.
Yeah,
I love it. Anyway, this is the guy that bought the actual Pokemon card, and yeah, he's the son of Anthony Scaramucci. I didn't realize.
Oh yeah. Logan Paul's laughing all the way to the fucking bank.
Oh, you missed it. You missed it.
We can't hear it though. There's no sound.
You
again.
can't hear this.
It says presentation is on mute on my screen.
All right, let me reshare this shit.
Why does it do it every time?
I think we're gonna have to fuck this
system off.
We'll come up with a new system because this is gay as fuck. Where the fuck has that even gone?
We could just see you staring at the cabbie saying gay as
I
fuck.
know, boys. I can't. What was that completely gone? Now? Oh yeah, this is it. This is it.
You need
Can you hear this?
You need a big upgrade. No.
I need a fucking
planetary.
Yeah, it was on mute. Bro.
My ambitions for the card is it's just a small story here. The real story is I'm on a planetary treasure hunt right now, and I'm on a quest. To buy a T-Rex dinosaur fossil. That's on my list. I'm gonna buy the Declaration of Independence, maybe from you.
Yep.
We'll find out.
Bro, this is crazy.
And I'm not stopping there. This was only the beginning.
Yep.
This is my brother, Tony Mucci. He's a film director, and we have been fans of Pokemon since we were kids. This was
Pokemon.
the right way to start the treasure hunt.
You just starting?
I just started it, baby.
Bro, that is so epic.
Treasure hunter.
My ambitions for the card is just a small story.
He's on a treasure hunt.
T-Rex and fucking but yeah, $16.5 million on this Pokemon card.
Yeah, it's mad. No, I think it'll be fine. It'll go up. It's going to go up from here because there's going to be someone at 60 years old who's going to be in his deathbed thinking, I love Pokemon and and he's made loads of money. Bro, that's crazy. But no, the thing is, I never really understood. I never really got it at the time, but I get it now. I understand collectibles. I understand buying rare things. I understand buying things that I have a 1 of 10. I bought I've got loads of rare fucking watches now. Like, I love the Trading View watch. That's one of my favorite ones. I think it's 1 of 500. I've got the Nigel Farage signed 1 of 100 shirts. I've got the 30-year anniversary PlayStation 5. Only 10,000 of those. I think PlayStation has 1 billion users, and it's Sony's main predominant revenue stream. The biggest revenue stream for Sony is PlayStation, and specifically the online revenue from the store they sell games on. And 1 billion people play PlayStation, and I've got the console where there's only 10,000 of them. That's gonna balloon big time.
Isn't a good? Everyone's talking about buying a PlayStation 5 because the GTA won't come out for. Let me find something about that. The GTA won't be on PC for a year, so there's going to be a massive. So you might as well buy PlayStations and then.
Mate, I've got my main PlayStation, but I've also got the PlayStation 30-year anniversary. It's sick, man.
Yeah, didn't you buy that mental one? Is that what you?
Yeah, mate. Honestly, I've actually got it I've got it in the box, but I've taken it out the box and it's still covered, so I haven't actually even touched it. I am probably going to use it because I'm not going to sit around for 30 years and be like, yeah, when I'm 60, I'm going to sell it like a fucking gay boy. I'm going to use it, but I'm saying it's so fucking cool, bro. It's got like, it's like the exact same colors as the PlayStation 1. It's got all of the controllers made like the PlayStation 1 controllers, but they're all modern. You get all of these little inscriptions on all of these little packages, and like all the X and the zeros and the triangles all over it, and then you have these like little like medallion things. It's just like, it looks like a PlayStation 1, but it's a fucking PlayStation Pro 5 1 terabyte. You're like, yeah. I'm gonna have it as like a piece. I'll probably use my PlayStation 5, the crap one, more, just because like, why would I just burn this one out? But like, I might have it like in a glass box on my mantelpiece, so it looks like it's the one which I'm playing the games on, but it's not. I'm up for that. It just looks so cool, man.
Yeah, it's mad how much they're going to go up in value. Everyone's going to be buying them. Right, that's kind of it. I don't really have much more to go through, really.
How much time have we been doing this for?
Fuck loads. We've been online for a while. But I think we've covered some good shit there.
Yeah, we covered some ground. All right, legends. That's my take on the old BTC. Go and get my community for free for life. You can get my community for free for life right now, link below. You can also have a look at my company, MDX Algo, Bot Master, Algo Master, Academy. Go check all that legendary shit out. And I'll see you on the flip side. See you later, leggies.
We're back next week.